Hello everyone, my name is Moji, you're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. So I believe we shouldn't take the United States wealth for granted. We need to cut back on the government. We need to cut down on our spending and live within our means. That's all Elon Musk had to say. He's telling us not to take our good fortune for granted. There will be no country if we don't make changes to how the government spends money and how the debt has been out of hand. But as you can see, the state of Wisconsin's investment board put money into BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. This is easy to see. In the US, we can see that Bitcoin is being used in some places. Are all 50 states going to buy these ETFs and the assets they hold? It will be clear in due time. Now, what's going on with Crypto Crew? Sean is back with another video about cryptocurrency. Plan B is now being used. This tweet from March 2019 has held up pretty well. Why does he say that? There it is. He's talking about this. He says that the Bitcoin market cap won't get close to $1 trillion until May 2020. Having one scarcity split by stock to flow will be 50, which is like Jupiter changing its orbital period, or how far it goes around the sun. Take a look at this. This is the chart. You could say that he's showing you that Bitcoin getting cut in half in March 2020 and not going to 1 trillion is like Jupiter. It's not going to happen that it moves and flips over Saturn or just moves up and down this straight line. You already know that we hit $1 trillion in May 2020. Take a look at what Plan B said. This tweet still looks good. Today you can say the same thing. He thought it was unlikely. This is what he said too. He says that today the same thing can be said. If Bitcoin is worth 10 trillion, how much will it be worth? Adam Beck says that the value of a Bitcoin in a market worth $10 trillion is about $500,000. Will we see this price goal from 2024 to 2028? The bigger question is what will cause the $10 trillion market capitalization and the flood of money that is coming into the environment right now. The current market cap is about $2 trillion, which is almost 2.1 trillion. Bitcoin has almost 5/6 of the market cap, which means it controls almost 5/6 of the market. Right now, Bitcoin's market cap is about $59,000, which is almost 2.2 trillion, so this would be about 8 times where we are now. Is that really possible? Things could go wrong in these crypto markets. We also have some good news. The Bank of Japan led to a huge drop in debt. That's why the price of Bitcoin has dropped so much in the last few weeks. And the Bank of Japan's rate hike led to a huge drop in debt. What does this mean? Check out this graph. How many times have we seen this? What happened next? In 2007 and 2008, there was a deleveraging event. After that, the markets went crazy for a long time. This happened again in the pandemic dump in March 2020. Then there was a rip going into 2021. This happened just now. What do you think will happen in 2025? It looks like the markets will go up in general. There are also rate cuts from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, 25 points down from 5.25. New Zealand hasn't had a rate cut since March 2020. It looks a lot like what the Bank of Japan did when it cut interest rates. The main banks are all doing the same thing, as you can see. This is from Forbes. By September, there will likely only be one interest rate cut, since the need for an emergency cut may no longer exist. The US is likely to cut by September. As you can see, we're looking at central banks. Interest rates are going down, which is good for asset risk. These things are taking place while fear fills the markets. A lot of fear last week. The time it's recording right now, I'm still scared right now. You need to believe this fear. Take a look at this Bitcoin decline channel oscillator though. See, every time we reach the 100 level, it turns red because it was bought too much. Red, this is the year 2011, 14, 17, and 2021. This was 2021's second highest point. This is where we are now. Look at this. We haven't even come close to the 100% level yet. Are we going to see this rip and melt faces through next year, 2025? We don't think you're ready for what's going to happen. As Trader Allen points out, the Bitcoin monthly chart shows a nice triangle-shaped stabilization. Important amounts of help. This has been shown to you before in videos. This just backs up Bitcoin Bro's point of view. Look at the amount of support. The price of our trade is above this. It looks like prices are going up. It looks like some kind of a clubhouse. Where do you think Bitcoin will go in the next few months? Take a look here. Check out these charts. 2016, 2020, and 2024. The events of this cycle seem to mirror those in 2016. Just below the previous all-time high, we saw prices level off before ripping up to the upside. How high will Bitcoin go ripping up to the upside? As Arlen Ohian says, time will tell, we may have pronounced that wrong, so please forgive us, but he's making his statement. You see a bear, a bear, a bear. There you have it. This level is about where the $320,000 price goal for Bitcoin is. It's not quite $10 trillion like Plan B, which has a price target of $500,000. But this is going to cost up to $320,000. What we showed you with this huge cup and handle design fits with this. We're still in this handle. What does this technical goal lead you to? We've already shown you this in movies. The price of one Bitcoin is $309,000. This fits with this chart right here. The numbers are coming together. We're not the only ones who see Bitcoin prices going up. We hope you are ready for this. Do not forget to visit us at Bitcoin Bubble.